May I just say something before we fully get into this review? It really seems like alternative music is getting a reinvigorated feel in 2018. Breaking Benjamin released a new album, 3 Days Grace released a new album, Shinedown's going to be releasing a new album, Godsmack's releasing an album, the one we're talking about today, and there's a lot of other bands that are kind of up in the air about when they're going to release stuff, such as like Tool, Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch, Bring the Horizon. A Perfect Circle released an album. It's just a great year for alternative music. So, of course, keep it high, keep it tight. I'm Jay Morse, Review Guy, back to bring you another 5-minute review. And in this one, we are going to be doing a review of the album When Legends Rise by the hard rock / alternative rock band Godsmack. So, this was released on April 27th, BGM Records, and it is. This is kind of strange because I've seen a divided fan base where this album's concerned. As a fan of alternative music, I have to say that I have respect when bands of this type of style kind of branch out and try to include things that are maybe different, that are out of the ordinary. And I'm sure that a lot of the people that might be watching this have probably also seen the Breaking Benjamin review I did for their new album Member, and if you haven't, you can go check that out. Basically, I praise that album a lot because of how different it was while still holding to their original style. And Godsmack with this album, I feel like they do kind of like Breaking Benjamin did. They hold to their original idea, and they don't try to step too far out of the boundaries when it comes to the music that they have been playing for a very long time. And I feel like this album in particular is going to go down as a very kind of classic in their discography, if nothing else, but for the reason that I think this album takes them in a new direction while having songs intermittently holding to the same style that they used to play in. And for this is a dividing line. The fans have been very divided about this album, and it's mostly just because they don't hear the same style. And when it comes to this album, it's going to get the band new fans. It's going to deter some old fans, but I feel like a lot of the old fans are definitely going to still enjoy this album. I know that there's been a lot of complaints of a track that's kind of in the middle. I can't even remember the name of it, but it's a ballad track, and it has piano in it, and a lot of people thought it should be on Sully's solo record. Sully's the lead vocalist for the band, and I don't know. I like ballad songs in rock albums. I'm cheap like that. When rock and metal albums have songs like that, I usually, those are some of my favorites. But I thought this album was good. I definitely enjoyed the music, and with all of, maybe I'm getting spoiled because a lot of the alternative rock releases that are being released throughout this year so far, and there's a ton more on the way. There's a lot of great alternative music, so it's very combatant for which ones are going to be the best of the year and which one you're going to find yourself going back to. Personally, am I going to go back to this album? I'll probably go back to select songs. And I have to say that the title track, the one that, single track, I should say, is Bulletproof, and I really enjoyed that track. I think that track does what it's intended to do very well. I definitely, when I first heard that, it reminded me a lot of Skillet. It reminded me a lot of Skillet's new work, not their old work. It reminded me of a song like Invincible funny enough, it's kind of the same lyricism too, but it reminded me a lot of Skillet's Invincible, if you guys have ever heard that song. But overall, Godsmack with this album, I think they deliver. It's only about, it's in the late 30 minutes. It's maybe 37, 38 minutes, maybe less than that. So it's not like it's going to overstay its welcome. Kind of like the Breaking Benjamin album, it doesn't stay very long. And so if you like it, you want to listen to it again, and it'll leave you wanting more. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to worry about listening to an hour-long album. I'm going to give this album a 6 out of 10. I did enjoy the album. I just don't know if it's going to be the type of album that I go back to, but overall, Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this album. This has been Jay Morris, the Review Guy. I'm signing off, saying farewell.